Thank you. Thank you for joining me. In this session, we will talk about a question which is Leetcode number 340. And as you can see, I have listed this question under array and strings because this is on a string. So question is longest substring with at most k distinct character. So this question title is very descriptive. So we have to find the longest substrings from a string, and the condition is at most k distinct characters. So we will have an input string and a number k. We have to find a substring which has the highest length, the largest length, but at most k distinct characters. So distinct means no duplicates. So distinct characters means we have a maximum of at most k means maximum of k characters. So it can have duplicates of the characters, but the number of distinct characters should not go more than k. It should be less than k. So let's see an example. So given a string yes, find the length of longest substring. We already know that contains at most k means maximum of k distinct characters. Okay. For people whose first language is not English, sometimes this can be confusing. So just remember, whenever you see the phrase at most, it means the maximum of k. At most k means maximum of k. So k or less than k. So consider the string eceba. eceba, clearly the e is repeating and the k is equal to 2. So we have to use only 2 characters and find the longest substring. Clearly the answer is ece on 3. So ece has a 2 times e and 1 times c, just 2 characters e and c, and the length is 3. So this is the maximum we can do. For k is equals to 1 and string is equal to aa, the answer is 2 because a is repeated 2 times and just 1 character, and 2 is the answer. Okay, so you see the smaller inputs are easier to process mentally, but we have to write a general purpose program which will be able to process any input. Okay, so let's see how we do it. So here I'm trying to solve this problem using a hash map, using a dictionary. So maybe you know, in any language and specifically in Python we have dictionary, and dictionary stores key value pair. So it has a key and corresponding to that key it's a value. Like you have a dictionary for English language, so you have a word which is the key and then the meaning of word which is the value. Okay, so the meaning of the word or description of the word is the value and the word is the key. Similarly, here in our dictionary, the characters, the distinct character present in the given string, the distinct characters are the key of the dictionary, and the value of the dictionary are the most recent index of those characters. For example, let's consider the first example, eceba. So e was 0 index, so we find e, we put e in the dictionary and put 0 which is the index of e. Then we find c and we put c, index of c is 1. Then we found b and then we found again the e, and now the index is 2. So we now remove 0 and put e. It is the value of 2 is the value of e because the 2 is the most recent index of character e. Okay, so basically the value is the most recent index corresponding to that character. So similarly for b we have number 3 which is the index of b in the string, and for a we have the index of a which is 4. Okay, so if let's say the digits are characters are repeating, we will replace the earlier number with the new index of that character. So this is the beauty of this dictionary, that it will only have a distinct characters and their most recent or rightmost their latest index numbers. Okay, so first thing is that, so we will do it while iterating through the string, and whenever we found that the length of dictionary is k, we delete as lowest from dictionary. What does it mean? It means after iterating and making a dictionary, at every instant we will keep checking the length of dictionary to k, because k means we have to find a string with k characters but not more than k characters, so k or less than k. So whenever the length of dictionary becomes more than k, it means we are going beyond k and we don't need it, so we delete some characters in the string. Yes, what we delete the characters that has the minimum value. So this value, so minimum value means minimum index, and this minimum index is still the maximum for that character. So for example here, if we have to delete the first number, let's say we will delete E, because no, after iterating through the element we found that the minimum is C, so we first delete C because C has the minimum number 1 and it was 2. After deleting 3 we have the second we have the E, so we delete the E second. Okay, and that's how we return the value. So let's go through, and I is equals to 0 1 2 3 because this string has length 5 and I is the index variable which goes from 0 to n minus 1, so 0 1 2 3, so ECE. So now we will keep this example ECE BA in our mind while we are iterating through the solution, and we will try to see how the dictionary helps us. Okay, so now you got my point, that we first of all try to we always try to maximize the length, but the maximum length is given by the maximum of length and the current index minus lowest index plus 1. So basically we will iterate through the string, and we found E, and then we found 0 index for E, and then we found C with one index 1. Next we found index 2 for E and we updated. Until this the dictionary has the size less than 2, which is fine. So so at this point when we got B, an index of 3, now the dictionary length becomes K, which is greater than 2. K is 2, so dictionary length is 3, which is greater than K here. So we have to delete something, but what we will delete the character that has the lowest value. So lowest value is 1 here because E is updated to 2 now, so C will be deleted, and now we will maintain B, E and B. Okay, and maximum length will be, the max length will be initialized to 0, so it will be maximum of 0 minus maximum of max length, which is 0, and the second one is index. So current index is 3, which is belong to B. 3 minus lowest, so lowest was 1, which was deleted, so 3 minus 1 is 2, and then we increase it by 1, so 3. So maximum length will be 3. Okay, after deleting C, and next we get A. A has the index 4, and now again the dictionary length has increased by 1. Dictionary length is 3, however K was 2, so again we have to delete something. But now we had E, B and A, and the lowest index belongs to E, so we delete the E here, and when we delete E we are just left with B and C with index 3 and 4, and now max length will be updated. So max length gives me max of previous max length, which is 3, and the current is index, so index is 4 belonging to A. 4 minus lowest for E is 2, which is because it is being deleted, so 4 minus 2, which is 2, and then we increase by 1, so 3. So again the max is given by previous max length, which is 3 comma 3, so we again have 3, and 3 is our answer. Okay, we keep doing it until we reach the end of the string. So we make a dictionary. In that dictionary we store the characters as key, and the value for those characters is the most recent index for that character. Whenever the dictionary length goes above K, we delete one character, and the character which is being deleted depends on the rightmost index. So if the index is lower, we delete that character, and we then add the new character. And whenever we delete a character, we update the maximum length of substring. So maximum length is given by the I index, current index, minus the lowest index which is being deleted. So I also the current index which is being inserted, and lowest is the lowest one which is being deleted here, and then we increase it by 1 plus 1, and that is our max length, and we keep updating it. Okay, so try to play with it by taking a more sophisticated example, because if you take AA as an example, it is too simple. So let's take some example like ECE BA, or take some example which is larger, and also it's good to take some example where you have repetitions of characters, and then play with this algorithm and try to see if you are always getting the right answer, and you will get the right answer. Okay, so always remember that whenever you delete whenever the length of dictionary is more than K, you delete the character with lowest index value, and at the same time you compute a new max length I minus lowest. So lowest is the one which is being deleted, I is the one which is being inserted, and then you get a new max length, and you compare this max length with the previous max length, and the maximum of the two will become your new maximum length of substring. Okay, so let's just implement it in code. So we have a longest k substring, as is the string, k is the number. So if not as, it means if the string is empty or k is equals to 0, in that case you have to return 0, because if the at most 0 characters, at most k characters, or the string is empty, we have to return 0, we cannot get anything. Then initialize the dictionary. So dictionary is my dict, and my dict is my dictionary, and this is initialized using a pair of curly braces in Python. And now the lowest index, lowest, is initialized to 0, and max length is also initialized to 0. And now once again, as this example shows, it's very crucial for us to use meaningful variables as the index, otherwise it's meaningful variables in our solution. So we use index comma char in enumerate, as the enumerate as gives the index and value pair from as. So index is the index of element, and char is the character at that index for us. So we iterate through the string yes, getting index comma character using enumerate. So enumerate as gives us a tuple of values, which is first value is index, and then comma second value is our character. Okay, and now if and now we add the value to the dictionary. So my char, so my dict which being stored with the characters char, and the value of character, so character here is the key and the value is the index of the character. Okay, we keep doing it, we never stop. So whenever we get a repeated character, the most recent index is being stored in the dictionary. Okay, whenever the dictionary length goes above k, it means we are overshooting the limit. We come below and we try to look into the minimum of my dict values. So lowest is the minimum of my dict value. So my dict is the my dictionary dot values gives all the values from the my dictionary irrespective of characters, and that lowest value chosen is the lowest, and then we delete my dict and we delete the corresponding character, that is that index. So lowest is the index, so as of lowest will give the character corresponding to lowest index, and then we delete del, this is a keyword for deleting, del, delete my dictionary, what, the string corresponding to lowest index. Okay, we delete it, we always do it, which I just show you manually. And after doing it, after you delete the lowest, you will increase the, we have to increase the value of lowest by 1. Why we do it? It is because when I delete this, when I delete the 1, the lowest becomes 2. Okay, because the string has the indices in increasing order. So if I delete something at index 0, it means my next, because I'm always deleting the lowest, so if I will obviously the, if I delete 1, I'm only left with the 2, 3, 4. If I delete 3, I'm only left with the 3 and 4, because we delete the least. So our lowest becomes 1, increased by 1 after deleting it. Okay, and then the max length which we compute is given by the max of previous value and the current index minus lowest value plus 1. So if you want to see it, is just the difference of index minus lowest minus 1. So lowest minus 1 here will be the previous lowest which was deleted. So the current index minus the index which was deleted becomes the max length, new max length. But if you write index minus lowest minus 1, it becomes lowest minus index minus lowest plus 1. Okay, max length. So we return max length in this way, and this is very important to understand. And now, as I promised, the third part of the video will have the Leetcode solution which I showed to you. So now we will have the most recent, we will have the official description of the problem, which is longest substring, and let's have a look here. Okay, so this is the Leetcode solution. Please have a look at this one, and hopefully this further clarifies any question you have. So we have a string yes, and it is a k. So we have to find the substring of maximum of at most k size maximum. So if the string is empty, okay, 0, we return 0, and then we initialize the lowest index and the maximum length of string to be 0, and we read through the string, we try to form a dictionary where the key is the character and the value corresponding to that key is the most recent index of that character. And whenever our dictionary size becomes over k, it means we are overshooting. What we do, we try to find the minimum of all the values in dictionary, not the keys, only the values, basically all the indexes contained in the dictionary, and then we delete using del keyword we delete the string, the character corresponding to lowest index. So this is given by as of lowest, and we delete the complete entry. So we write my dict and the big bracket we write as lowest. We delete it. After deleting it, we know we don't have the lowest. Now we have the next smallest element. So lowest becomes lowest plus 1, and our max length is now updated. So max length becomes the maximum of previous max length and the new max length. So new max length is this value, index minus lowest minus 1. So if you do index minus the whole of lowest minus 1, so it becomes index minus lowest plus 1, because lowest, we have just increased the value of lowest. So the earlier lowest, basically the new max length is the difference of current index which is being inserted in the dictionary minus the index of element which was being deleted. So this difference gives you the instantaneous max length. So always remember, the max length is the difference of the new entry being made in the dictionary minus the entry which is being deleted, and while both of the values are the highest index of that character, and in that way we keep progressing. Okay, so hopefully you got this point that if you use a small bracket here, it will be index minus a small bracket open lowest minus 1 and then small bracket close. That's it. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope it helped you in understanding the problem and going to the solution. I would recommend going through the numerical examples and try to do it manually using the algorithm procedure I told you before diving into the code, and you can implement it in any other language like C, CPP or Java. And once you're familiar with that and you're comfortable, you can come back and look at the code and try to practice the code on a white paper or whiteboard. And also finally you can also type the code into Leetcode or any other Python IDE and run it to get a feel of it. Thank you so much for watching it, and please share it with your friends, colleagues or juniors who might be in a similar space and who might be learning algorithms and practicing efficient implementation of algorithms. Also feel free to share it with brothers, sisters who are in juniors or undergrad doing engineering in computer science, electrical, mechanical, who might be interested to learn data structure and algorithms. And I hope this video has helped you. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel so that whenever I upload a new video, you get notified to the content as soon as possible. And if you have any topic or any feedback which you want me to work on or to improve in future, or if you have any topic which you want me to cover in the future videos, please feel free to comment below the videos. Thank you so much for watching it, and please give me some love by sharing this video as much as you can and by subscribing this channel. And if you like this video, please like it. Thank you so much, and take care until we meet again. Bye.